What's good, everybody? MidMorningSol back at it again with another video part to the playlist. We're about to close the Cafe Enchante chapter, y'all. So I figure, why not get to rounding up this playlist with a good old-fashioned Husbando ranking. Folks, happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. I don't know when this video is going up, but it's definitely going up right after my review, which I have just finished editing like a few minutes ago, and I decided to hop on this while I got the energy. Yeah, I was like kind of drained throughout these past 2 weeks between when I recorded the review and now. Unfortunately, did I say a few weeks? I meant 1 week. I don't know why. Whatever, y'all. That doesn't matter. We are doing the tier list again. So I've done one for Pio Fiore, in which, if you're curious, check that out. This one, it's gonna fall in line with the same. I also done one for Fire Emblem Three Houses. So if you want to check those out, might make a playlist dedicated to my tier rankings. So before we get on into the tier list, y'all, spoiler alert, I'm gonna put this in the title, description, everything. I'm gonna put this so that I don't want people to come in saying, well, you did that. I'm gonna be out the mouth, like diarrhea of the mouth. I'm going to be talking about the story spoilers. If you have not played this game, if you have not, and you want to, or if you haven't like gone through everything, click off now. I'm telling you, I do not want to hear people saying I did not warn you. As soon as we pull up the tier, it's gonna be some spoilers, okay? So be forewarned. Spoilers ahead. Spoils everything. I'm gonna be saying spoilers, okay? So you have been warned. Without further ado, let's go ahead and transition, shall we? Alright, so we got the tier list going. Let me just explain some things. Y'all know how I do it. First tier, top tier, S tier, I consider husband for life. Like, yeah, no questions asked. I am his. He's the best boy in my opinion. More than just friends, A tier. Someone you definitely want to hang around and like be together with, but like I don't know if I could solely stand for that particular LI or character or whatever. So A tier. I still hold them in high regards. One night stand, that is B tier. Of course, I wouldn't mind lying with a dude, but that's about it. It's more physical, if anything, but that's it. Keep at arm's length is C tier, and okay, I'll entertain them, but nothing beyond like just talking or whatever. So not really people I would stand for, and I just feel some sort of way. And then hot garbage, yes God, that is F tier. Out with the trash, off with their head, all that shit, y'all. F. Yuck. Disgusting. I don't like that character. So interesting. Let's just go on. Now that we've gotten through the tier list, I've put in order the guys I guess encountered, quote unquote, and then we'll just go from there, right? So first off, we have Sowan Awaki right here, y'all. So this is Kotone's granddaddy. He looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie, for an old man, you got me thinking, man, I wanna see what he can do. Hey, just like I said in my Pio Fiore ageism, it's don't think that because it's snowing on top it can't be a fire down below. That's all I will say. But Sowan is very caring. For the most part, he knows how to cook. He knows how to prepare coffee. He ran the cafe. He raised Kotone up in the midst of, I don't know what the heck happened in the story, but Kotone did, like, she was with her grandfather a lot. So, he's kind of like got that traditionalist sort of mindset. Because in one of the lines he says, well, you can't be a grandpa, you're a girl, and don't you forget it. So it's like, okay, yeah, she's young too, so I don't think you want to get too wrapped up in modern talking points. But I mean, I can appreciate a man who knows his way around the kitchen. I've said that. I'm gonna say that because there's a couple of folks that fall into that category. But I mean, yeah, I ain't knocking him because he's old now, y'all. Y'all better shit. Older men, they hopefully should know what the hell they want in life by now, if they haven't gotten it. So, I mean, we'll keep as more than friends. I mean, not enough to know about him, but the fact that he was pretty cool with like 4 otherworldly guys just dropping in on his shop and he caters to them. Okay, he's a pretty chill dude. I'm not gonna knock him. And yeah, he's not like a old pruny decrepit man like the game likes to joke about another character, which we'll talk about. But yeah, I mean, he's more than just friends. Sure. Alright, first LI that I went for was the Gentle Headless Knight, Mr. Canas Espada. So y'all, I like tall guys. Don't get me wrong, I like tall guys. He's into weightlifting, gardening. He's very chivalrous. But my God, y'all, like finishing up his route, getting to the end of his route, he was rather fucking cold. I mean, he fucking told Kotone off when they were like trying to tell each other, oh, I love her, oh, I love him, but I don't know how to express it, and they're being awkward throughout the whole part of that scene. But no, he fucking told off. He's like, oh shit, I forgot, because he was the first guy I went for. But yeah, it was just, I guess he was worried about being lonely, and the fact that these, like him and the otherworldly gents, they are a lot older than her for the most part. Canas was like 500 years old or something, or like a couple hundred years old. But yeah, he's hundreds of years old, and how is that dynamic gonna work with Kotone, who humans have a lifespan of about 75, 85 years on average. There are some outliers, but yeah, Canas' route, it wasn't as sappy as some of the other guys' route. I mean, because like there's that dynamic of, well, how the hell do you like kiss without a head? How you gonna show affection? in terms of like one of the most common ways, which is kissing, right? So I mean, they skirted around it, but his route was like more of, you know, what's going on with these fairies? Oh, he's the fairy of death. Blah 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 blah. You know, he's scary, and I don't know. I thought he gives me gentle giant, which that's like one of my types. That's one of my main types. Gentle giants, like big guys that are like fucking teddy bears. I love it. So kind of, even though the romance part was kind of like flatlining, giving me dead fish tease, I would still, because, you know, even after that whole spat that they had, him and Katone, and he told her off, he still came around and you know, was willing to see the relationship through. And in the best ending, y'all, he was the only one, even though it's not a part of his customs, he was the only one to fucking want to wife Katone up. What? Come on now. He wanted to wife up Katone. He was like, you know, will you marry me? And da da da. Yes, God, y'all, that was adorable. Y'all already know. Because of that, don't at me, okay? These other guys better step up, alright? And even in other Otome games, like, he's the only one that blatantly asked the question of marriage. So, yes, Canis deserves that. Best boy, I'm glad I went for him first. Next, I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe I went after Kaoru Rindo, the mature special agent. So I went after Rindo, and the game was like pulling everyone's leg. They were like, oh, this man, oh God, he's old. He's old. He's in his 40s. He's old. How you gonna manage Katone? Bitch, shut the fuck up. 40 is not old, and he looks damn good for a 40-year-old, quote unquote. Yeah, like I ain't getting heated because shit, in like less than a decade, I'll be in my 40s too. So, like, they can miss me with that fuck shit. Like, he looks damn good. He knows his way around the kitchen. Yes, God. I mean, kinda, he's a green thumb. I appreciate that. I don't really care for it, but like, he still knows like beautiful gardening tips and like decor and stuff, and he's willing to like get his hands dirty. Same thing with Rindo. He's a good cook. I don't understand why he don't cook. Well, he says in the game that like because of work, and you know, that's natural. That's to be expected. He comes off as like having a midlife crisis. That Rindo, so he like likes shit that's supposed to be for like kids and stuff. And I mean, I can't help but laugh because I'm doing the same thing. But you know, it's just we all get older. It's like something you can't stop unless you know you wanted to be cryogenically preserved or some shit, or I don't know. But yeah, Rindo, he comes off as like having a midlife crisis, good in the kitchen, easy on the eyes. So, you know, I would defo simp for him, you know. that's not a problem. But big ass spoiler, said it again, in his route, he takes a man-made concoction that turns him into a non-human. And he suffers the same fate that his sister suffered, which we find out is the stuffed toy looking thing that Mikado carries around. I mean, Rindo, he has his prejudices against non-humans, mainly for his sister. And it's sad because like they were the only family they had. I think Rindo lost his parents, and then like I'm not sure. I forgot his story, y'all. It's been a while, so yeah. The thing like I could appreciate with Rindo is that he's very, I want to say like he's very watchful over his sister. Unfortunately, he couldn't save his sister from the very organization he works for because they were the ones responsible for turning her into the non-human monstrosity that she is revealed to be later on in his route. And it was a cruel twist of fate, but y'all, I want to say in Rindo's ending, Rindo's best ending, he just picks up the pieces and continues on. I like the fact that, he's just like, well, fuck it. Like, at least let me live my, life with how circumstances are. Let me live my life with you, Katone. But he ain't put a ring on it. And he should know better because he's a human that was born in the same, customs as Katone. So I would expect him to want to marry Katone, but he didn't. So, Rindo. Rindo. The thing also is, y'all, he's the human love interest. Putting that in quotes because I told you what happened. But I feel as though, and somebody did mention this in my video comments, that he is more than likely, and I kind of feel that way, but he's probably going to get overshadowed by the other 4 guys, the otherworldly guys. But I think he still held his own. I liked his route. I wish he would have did something more with the good ending, but it is what it is, I suppose. And we'll rank him. See, this is where it gets hard. Of course, I would rank him. I'd rank him as more than just friends. Not necessarily like if I could commit to simping completely for him, because that honor goes to Canas Espada. But more than just friends, because he does have the potential, but like, they kept like, he and other people kept harping on his age, and I'm like, they kept like, I really wish he made the moves when he did. When I say made the moves, I mean when he and Katone were like getting closer with each other, and how they each lost someone close to in their family, and like the other 4 cock blocked him. Unfortunately, I hated that. I really wanted them to like at least share a damn kiss at that time, but no, they didn't allow for that. So it's like, what the fuck, man? Let Rindo have his moment. So that kind of impeded him, but still up there, still cutie, still a cutie. Don't get me wrong. Next we have Ignis Carbunculus, however you want to refer to him as. Iggy, right? The red-headed little hussy himself. So, oh gosh, when you meet him, he has such an attitude, child. He is so full of himself, and like, he's standoffish. you know, the type that I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, guy, you know. But in the first, like, well, in the main chapter, when you're trying to get to know the guy, he really has this sense of loyalty, which I can appreciate. He's like, well, okay, you're here, you're his granddaughter, but what about So-on? I don't want to forget what a great guy So-on was. So it's like, oh, you really don't have to worry about that, you know, sweetheart. Just, you know, keep him in your memories, but, you know, hey, get a chance to know me as well. So Ignis ends up doing that, and my man, he has such a freaking appetite. My word, my word. I mean, I wouldn't mind cooking for the guy, but what I really do appreciate in Iggy's route is not only the fact that he's willing to learn, and I'm like, he knows how to prepare meats, I suppose. Okay, yeah, I give it to you, sure. He knows how to prepare meats, but he's also like, he was in the kitchen with Katone, and you know, he was willing to take direction from Katone. That to me is cute. I really do love that about him. And not only that, but he brought the best character in the fucking game. He's the one responsible for bringing over Kororo. Oh, that little string bean. The other tier list had Kororo in there. They had like all the characters listed on the Axis website. But I'm like, well, number one, I'd have to make a Kororo tier because he's a tier all on his own. And then two, they included like Kadia, which was like I wasn't gonna say anything about him. Kadia, the hooded guy, which I have the picture of the real guy. And yeah, right. I didn't really care for that, but yeah, he brought over Kororo. So my thing was with Ignis, he was afraid of himself or the potential that he could do to Katone. And his route, holy shit, y'all. His route got the, like, it got the surprise, the genuine surprise out of me. We'll put it like that. His route, holy shit, because he does end up hurting Katone. And he was really trying to just distance himself. Now, my thing is, yes, I really do appreciate that. And it's like, well, how would this work? Because he is the vassal for this great fire demon beast, or whatever the fuck he's called. The god of destruction, Vanar. And, you know, Katone was able to contain him in his best ending. And it's like you want to say, well, I don't think this is going to work because you don't know when he's going to freak out and turn into Vanar again. And then there's like there's got to be a workaround for this, right? There's got to be some way we can get these two together, or there's some way that he can still love Katone and like not worry about turning into Vanar. But I mean, Ignis is a cutie. Don't get me wrong. He's very active. He's one of those fight first, ask questions later. Not really about that, but he's pretty much the himbo of the group. Cause in his like natural state, his firewolf state, his chest is out, his core is like tight, snatched, on point. So yeah, I mean, damn, there's that like realm of, okay, is he husband or just more than just friends? Because he was kind of, I'm saying aggressive, but the good aggressive. Like, you know how men are like, you know, when I see something, I take it, and somebody else does that too. We'll get to that. But he was pretty like, Chad, y'all saw in that ending CG, has stuck his damn tongue down her throat. I don't think Katone is ready for that M-rated love, y'all. But Ignis is a sweetheart, and like, yeah, you gotta be at the back of your mind, you know. Oh yes, he in his crazed state almost like killed me, but this is where I see like some of the appeal for like those yandere love interests, but he doesn't want to hurt her, or he won't threaten her. So I mean, like, what will I do, y'all? Ignis Carbunculus. Why not? Why the hell not? You are husband material. Another thing, y'all. Another thing. He is very emotional. And that's not a bad thing. And that'll tie over to the next character. He is very emotional. Even when he was in that crazed, like, fan art state, he was still crying. Like, when Katone walked up to him, and she was able to talk to him, talk some sense into him. I mean, I'm not saying to, like, overlook it, or, oh, he's not gonna kill me, but, you know, if he turns into Van art, oh, well, you know, I'll risk it. No. He does take a conscious effort as to not go to that length. And then, like, he brings you Kororo, and he, yeah, I really appreciated that he was, like, one of the ones who just, like, he softens up once you get to know him, but he's very loyal, as he's demonstrated with So On. But yeah, Iggy's up there. I can appreciate that. All right, moving on to Il Fado de Re, or the Angel of Judgment, or Apostle of Judgment. Excuse me, whatever. I like his second name. It's a badass name. But Il, we'll call him for short. The Fallen Angel, the Otome loving Fallen Angel. A lot of, I want to say a lot of fourth wall breaking happening in his route, and like self-awareness. I thought that was very cute. Ilfile, he's just like a ray of sunshine. Like, he's so sweet. I genuinely don't like the rather effeminate looking guys, but no, when you get to know him and when you know his backstory, you know, I never would have guessed that he was like a killing machine. Like, what the fuck? You kidding me? Yeah, no, he's like the most powerful angel in all of Kaom. So, yeah, at first I hate that I didn't feel much for Il looking at him, but you know, he's so sweet, and he's very pampered, very sheltered, things that I don't really care for in a guy. He has folks waiting for him at beck and call at times, especially with Mizir, who's the next character we'll talk about. And the thing with Il, when you get to know him and see that, you know, the reason why he ran away, the reason why he's so fixed on emotion being human-like, is that you know, he just got tired of it, and his curiosity got the best of him. So he's another one like Ignis before I was speaking on, who wears his emotions on his sleeve. He was so emotionally stunted when Kotone like was scared of him that, you know, he just freaked out and he reverted back to being the apostle of judgment. The amount of religion or religious references in this game were surprising. I mean, and we'll talk about this in Mizir's route when I'm talking about Mizir, but no, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just that you know, in order to understand somewhat, along with the definition terms, with the references that they make, like with Noah's Ark, that was the main one. The whole setting of Kaelm, it's not necessarily heaven, but heaven with an anime edge, I suppose. Yeah, like his whole story was surprising because I'm like, oh shit, you know, I thought he was pampered and whatever. He just wanted to flee to the human world, but no, there was a purpose behind him fleeing. And you know, I think he was so cute. I almost wanted to dub him my little angelic string bean. I think I did dub him my angelic string bean. I didn't want him to cry, but you know, when he cried out in Kotone's arms, you know, that he regained his emotions, I was so happy for him. I hate to see characters cry, but you know, the reason behind it, the intention going, you know, the intention behind the crying, that's something that, okay, I see why you're doing it. Well, go ahead, let it out, you know. So Ilfado, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna admit this out front. The side characters, the main side characters in his story outshined him, I felt, in terms of looks. For the most part, but in terms of personality, I love Ilfado. I want to cuddle him. I want him to be smiling all the time. But yeah, at first I didn't care for him, but now he's grown to be my little string bean, my little angelic string bean. He's like this story's Orlok for me, but not quite. But for that reason, we'll put him at more than just friends. Like, again, I appreciate him for his personality, and he's such a sweetheart. Love the fact that he plays video games, but at some point, like, yeah, he tries to help out around. He gets better at stuff, and like I'm wondering if they ever made a sequel to Cafe Enchante. Would they, you know, delve into these 5 gents more thoroughly? Like, what happens with Ilfado? Is he just as proficient as the other guys that help around the cafe? Oh, poster boy, tell him. His route was unlocked after we got all the good ends for the other 4 guys. So Mizir Rex, the cheating demon king of Asmodia, or so we thought. Turns out this guy is nothing but a human from 10,000 years ago. I was like, oh shit. So he's not the Demon King. And he has this weird fucking form. And his homeworld is not exactly the homeworld that we thought, the demon world Asmodia, right? So a lot got unraveled when we played Mizir's route. At first I loved that. I didn't think about him. Usually I'm not one for the poster boys, but the poster boys get an advantage in which they get fleshed out more. So, it gives more time for me to want to see more into him. And if I, care a bit more than when I initially did when I saw him. But yeah, so that's the poster boy effect for me. But, when we find out, oh, this guy's just a regular ass human. And, he comes from a desolate world in which, oh my god, it really makes you wonder, right? So I'm thinking, well, why did he choose to mimic a demon king? Why couldn't he just be like, why couldn't he just present himself as a sage or something, or whatever? I don't know. I don't think they delved that deep into it. But I like Mizir's personality. As soon as he hopped on the screen, grabbing Kotone, like in the first freaking 15 minutes of the story. He's cute. Don't get me wrong. When I saw his human form in the common route, I was like, oh, look at you. Why don't you look like this? The clothing is so damn gaudy. I hate it. So, yeah, yo, with Mizir, after learning, his backstory, I really do like his connections with his relationship, rather, with with Noah towards the end. Oh shit, well, whatever. Y'all don't know who Noah is just yet if you haven't followed my playthrough or if you haven't played the game yourself. But yeah, I actually like the brotherly connections more than the romance, which is odd. You know what I'm saying? It just goes to show how downplayed the romance is, and just the plot in general is really freaking good, right? So with Mizir, I thought he was like this all-powerful being, but when he gets stripped of his power, it's something of convenience that everybody else is there. Well, not everybody, but majority folks are there. The other 3 non-humans are there, so I don't know, y'all. I felt as though, even though he was like that playboy, flirty type of dude, I don't know, I didn't get a lot from Mizir. I mean, it's the same with all these guys, really. I don't get much romance from Mizir. Even though he's had like an extra 2 chapters over everybody else. I mean, like, if there were no romance involved, like, oh, they could have been really good friends or some shit, but I don't know. But for Mizir, you know, being protective and being, how do I want to say this? He's being protective. He's being, you know, fun and playful at times. There's just something I want more from him. There's just something more. And for that reason, Mizir, I would put you at more than just friends. Yep. Alright, so now we're moving on to the side characters, in which I'm not going to talk too much about them because we don't really know their story. We know bits and pieces of it. So I went in the order of the same of the main characters, like side characters. So this is Venya. And Venya, the reason why I put Venya on here is because in Canis' route, Venya gets referred to as he. Even though in the common route, Venya was non-binary. Excuse me. So, I mean, I just go based off of he. And Venya is the Chancellor, the Queen's right-hand man, so to speak. And also a tactician, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, I might be pulling that one out of my ass. But definitely the Queen's right hand. Venya has such a forked tongue. My word. It's like, I don't know, I could match wit for wit with Venya. And I kind of like that. I do. Like when we could go back and forth and talk and like joke around and stuff. But I mean, Venya's very pretty, very nice to look at. I don't know about that giant ass flower on his head though, but Venya's very pretty. Like, let's not mistake that. The only thing though that would concern me is because of towards the ending of Canis' route, he would underhandedly like pull shit just so he can get ahead, because that's what he did to Katone, and to get his sister, the Queen, out, Queen Titania. Makes you wonder, like, where would his motives be in terms of if you were to form a bond with Venya. So it's like, Venya I would keep at arm's length. I'd keep at arm's length because, yeah, I'm not sure, you know. Yeah, that stunt that you pull with Katone and that switcheroo with the damn tree, that's fucked up. And I don't even know, like, you know, what's going on inside that head of yours. So that's my reasoning, y'all. Alright, now we have Akira Mikado. I bet y'all know where I'm already gonna put him at, but I'll humor y'all for just a little bit before I do put him there. Akira Mikado, he's just annoying, but he gets to be praised once he finds this obsession with trying to revert Shizuku back to being a human. I do appreciate that he's very loyal to Shizuku. And he really dedicated himself to like try to bring her back. You know, with Rindo, he's, you know, stuck working it in the GPM. Excuse me, in the GPM. So it's like, I don't know, like Mikado, you're just annoying. You're just a weird, annoying manlet, but you're a loyal one. But you're still hot garbage. Fuck you. I don't like you. It's that simple. You're probably gonna be too invested in still trying to get Shizuku back to be forming a relationship with anybody else. So, moving on, we got Dromi. This motherfucker, what the fuck? Like, he really had me too. I thought he was just the comic relief. I thought he was the punching bag, but lo and behold, this motherfucker crazy. And you know, I kind of figured that Dromi had some sort of resentment because he's the last of his people. And to want to bring even more chaos to your homeland, if you feel that bad, if you feel that some sort of way, Dromi, why not just, you know, ask Van Art to just take you as well? Why are you like, he set a whole village ablaze, and it's like, what is your deal? And then when he got real aggro with Katone, I don't know, but that boy did a 180 so fast it made my head spin. And it's like, well, shit. Now I know who you truly are. You can join your friend in the hot garbage category, sir. Thank you very much. I mean, he could have been a little higher up, but yo, he's the one responsible for like pretty much killing off the rest of the fire wolves. He I don't know if Ignis could revert back to well, yes, he can, but like in the bad ending, and then I think he gets away too. I thought he was the one responsible for killing the Pakus, but that's not the case. In Ignis's route, but still, like, he uses, and I'm pretty sure he's the one that, like, those two are in cahoots, by the way. In case you didn't know, they are in cahoots with each other. So, you know, it only makes sense for them both to sit in the swirling, stinking hot garbage together. Like, Dromi probably could have been a little bit higher if he wasn't so fucking sadistic. But that's just me. The guy is a freak. The guy, child, when he said, "Oh, I'll eat Katone," my mind went to the gutter. But still, I mean, oh gosh, like, yeah, Dromi, what the fuck, bro? Next. So, the hooded guy, right? This is the hooded guy, by the way. He's a cutie. His name is Solidus. He has no emotion, as angels in Kaom are dubbed, angels, pure angels with white wings and all that good stuff, are void of any emotion. They're supposed to do whatever God in Kaom tells them to do without questioning. Solidus is his actual name. Solidus is the oracle, the apostle of the oracle or some shit like that. My man was fucking dedicated because his ass, he has the same wing structure as Il, right? Like 3 sets of wings. How the hell did he fit all those wings in that cloak and he covered his face? How was he burning up in that shit? And then like when he disrobes or whatever, I was like, oh wow, he's kind of cute looking. I ain't gonna lie. He is a cutie. I won't lie about that. He's got this deep gravelly voice. That's what I like. I like a deep voice. But yeah, the only thing is he's so dedicated. He's so one-track minded, tunnel vision, however you want to refer to it, on getting Il back. He does slip up and he does gain emotions, but and it was so cute too. He just really wanted a friend. Aww. But he was willing to kill people for it, including Katone, so so yeah, Solidus, at first I hated his guts, but of course the game makes you, the game gives him a revelation, and now I'm like, god damn it, game, I don't want to feel for him, but I'm gonna feel for him. Yeah, Solidus, sweetheart, we're gonna get some use out of this tier. I'm sorry. Hey, at least I would entertain him for one night if he was willing. Fucking Solidus. He's just very dedicated to the job. He holds his position in high reverence. I mean, I doubt the curmudgeon would give himself time to relax and enjoy. But that's just me. Next, darling. Oh my god. Y'all probably already know what tier he's going into. This is Epilogi. He is the fallen angel. He's the leader of the fallen angels. And you meet his delicious looking ass in Il's route. My man is pretty much he's pretty much like Ignis, in which he's a himbo. He's got muscles. He's like showing him off a bit more modest than Ignis, but still shows it off. He bucked against God, that's why he's a fallen angel. And I feel as though that this is why I said like the side characters in Il's route kind of outshine Il, which is like fucked up, but yeah, when I saw him, holy shit, he's a tall drink of water too. Oh my god, y'all. I had to tell y'all anymore. He goes up here. I don't need to explain anymore. Y'all knew he was gonna be husband material. I don't give a damn. Mostly based off of looks. But he does, even though he did get angry with us and he imprisoned us for like a hot minute, he was like, oh, the angel or the apostle of judgment, I want to see what he looks like when he smiles, so I'll help you out. He still came around. He still helped us out. So, hey, He's alright in my book. And chef's kiss. That was he's a very beautiful character. Asmodeus. Yes, God. Shark Tooth. So, big spoiler alert, I suppose. If I haven't done so already, which I have. Asmodeus is the true Demon King, not Mizir. And like I said, Mizir is just a human that has imbued magical powers, and he mimicked the Demon King. This is Asmodeus, and I was surprised on Axis's Cafe Enchante, website, in the character site, character portion of the site. He's listed as young demon, but of course, if he gave his name away, that probably link y'all in that he is the actual Demon King. He is Asmodea is the demon world, demon realm, whatever, and he is the Demon King. So Asmodeus, he's a little bit aggro too, and he's a bit of a himbo too. I ain't gonna lie, he's got his chest all out and shit, and he looks like he looks like he takes dress tips from Belial from Grand Blue. So he's very aggressive. Yeah, he's like freaking out when he first saw Katone, and he's such a whiny baby, according to the other demons, the demon slimes, whatever, that told you in Katone, or told Katone as you're going through Mizir's route. So I mean, he tries to act tough, but he's one of those, like whiny babies, in which, if he doesn't get his way, whatever. I don't appreciate that, but I mean, come on, it's kind of like epilogue-y in a way. But yeah, he gets aggressive with Katone. He's like, yeah, girl, what the fuck you think this is? When I what's the damn quote? Like, I likes you. If I likes you, I likes you. Well, he's like, if I see something I want, I take it. So he took Katone, child. I'm like, he made that very clear. So, a bit, but I also do appreciate Mizir for this. Mizir called him out on his fuck shit. So, Mizir, as Asmodeus refers to you as his bride, he never calls you by your name. So I'm like, point blank, period. How you gonna let this imposter, quote unquote, how you gonna let this imposter show you up in your own castle? Like, it's true. He thought of her as a piece of meat or some sort of property or some shit instead of respecting her. That's why I said almost like epilogue. At least, address me as a respectable title. If you don't know my name, you should have known my name by now. So, Asmodeus, yeah, you got sunned in your own castle. And you're a crybaby, but you look cute. I ain't gonna lie. So you can join Solidus right here. One night stand. I'll give you the time of your life for one night, but afterwards, if you don't act right, you can stay in that tier. Finally, we come to the last gent, who is Noah. Noah, he's a cutie. I'm not gonna lie. He looks cute. And of course, Child, he's giving a show for the women. He got, his chest all out and shit. But his story was very, very sad. Like, Noah, this picture is the Ash manifestation, but Noah actually is the home world from which Mizir is in. He is the actual world, right? The world of end times, in which is dubbed Noah. So I don't know how the fuck you gonna fall in love with a dude that is the entire fucking world full of ash. But he was I hated this. And he was tricked from around Mizir's time. He was tricked into going into space-time travel, whatever. And he ended up in this void. Unfortunately, with how the space-time was at the time, whatever. He got stretched so far, so infinite, that he just became this world. And I kind of wish we got to see what he looked like before he got kicked into the void or whatever. But if he looked like that, then yeah, awesome. Mwah, chef's kiss. He looks cute too. And he was just very lonely. It's so sad. It really, tugs at the strings. And his reasons for loving on Katone were a bit weird, I will say. Still, I felt as though when Mizir would try to harm himself, Noah, Mizir said that, when I tried to kill myself, Ash would get in the way and patch up my wound. That was Noah trying to protect him, and I don't know why Mizir didn't understand from that point. The guy is just lonely. But the way he goes about it, he had to trick Katone into coming into the world of end times, and he was like, he killed Katone. Let's just put that out there, y'all. He killed Katone. He killed her. So I don't understand why Noah couldn't just, as he did, faking himself as Mizir. I don't understand why he couldn't just come into Cafe Enchante on the regular as this manifestation. But yeah, I mean, he's such a sad sounding soul too. I hate that. He's so cute, but I'll put him. He's not garbage, and he's not at arm's length. Because he really didn't want to hurt anybody too. He said that. I'll put him here. I just hate the fact that he killed countless others because he was so stretched as the world of end times. And anybody except Mizir and him that came into contact, well, Mizir, him, Katone, Ignis, Canas, anybody but them, if they came in contact with the world of end times, they died. But other than that, yeah, he really didn't want to kill anybody. And then in the end, he was like, "Oh, just please kill me too. Just kill me, kill this world," in the good ending. And to repent for what I did to all these others that fell and got trapped into my world. So, yeah, I'll just play some more because I felt for him. I felt for him. But there you have it. This is my Cafe Enchante tier list. So that's it for the tier list, y'all. How'd you think? What did you like? What did you not like? Let me know. I will say, y'all, like I said, it was hard. It was very hard. Like, a lot of these decisions were on the fly decisions. Oh, excuse me. And I was trying to think of, like, shit, well, I like all of them. I like all the main love interests. But, of course, there were people who shine brighter than the others, and then, you know, the others that fell flat. But yeah, y'all, that is it. If you want to do this tier list and let me know your results, check me out on Twitter. Also, I have Instagram, Reddit, whatever the case may be, y'all. It's a long old video. It's gonna be fun to edit. But yeah, y'all, thank you very much for tuning in with your girl. I really appreciate you stopping on by. Y'all know my philosophy on this YouTube shit. View what you wanna, do what you wanna, and I will see you lovely lads and lassies in the next episode. So until then, my friends, take care, take it easy, and peace.